One thing that I think is really important, I'm a big believer in personality and how that affects how we communicate. So I'm going to kind of share this with you. I've adapted, I guess, a personality assessment that I've seen in the past that I really liked. And I kind of look at it as far as the elements go. So we have water, earth, sun, or I call it the solar wind energy, and fires. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about those personality types. We are all of these personality types, but we tend to lean more towards one or the other, okay? And our communication is really based on that. Waters, I chose water for these people because they're the feelers, right? The feeling, emotion-based. If they start to cry, it's like a river, right? So the water. Basic personality traits, they're highly organized, supportive, people-oriented, loving and loyal, trustworthy, and value-focused. Their strengths are that they are strong verbal and written communicators. They are genuinely and warmly interested in people. These are the people who, if they're a strong water, and they come up to you and say, hey, how you doing? They genuinely want an answer. They're not, you know, I'm fine. No, really, because you seem a little different today. What's going on? They really care. They're creative and inspirational and understanding of people and situations. Some challenges that they have, they're sensitive to criticism. They're emotion-based people. Hard on themselves to always be better. Stubborn in their value systems and beliefs, because what's important to them is how they feel about something, what they believe in, what they feel. They're unhappy when forced to deal with logic and facts because it's about the feelings, okay? Challenged by mundane tasks, and they avoid conflict. They don't want to argue with you. They just want everybody to be happy, okay? And they're dependent on approval to feel good about themselves. So, let's go to an earth. And one thing that I like to say too, so if I'm, sorry, ignore this, we're still talking about water. But I don't want to have to previous, that's too much. The example that I'm using right now is with shoveling the snow, because we have terrible ruts in our driveway, and it's been a big problem. And if I was trying to convince a water person to go out and shovel, I would maybe use the tactic of saying, you know what, I know it's cold, I know you probably don't want to go outside, but wouldn't it feel good to have it done? Okay, because it's what's feeling good to them is what's going to affect how they make a decision. So with the earth, basic personality traits, they're detail-oriented, logical, rational, task-focused, and enjoy complex ideas. These are the thinkers. And they are hard as stone, they're like rocks. Mother Earth has been going the same way scientifically for, 6 million billion years or whatever. So their strengths are that they're very good planners, they're organized, goal-oriented, good multitaskers because they're so organized. They're logical and rational thinkers. Be very careful when entering an argument with someone like this. My mother was a water, and my grandfather was an earth. And they would argue over politics and religion and whatever, and my mother would just get heated and emotional, and she would, yeah, but I believe this because I feel this way and I feel that way. And my grandfather would just sit there calmly, yeah, but the facts tell us that this is the way it is. So they're going to pull out every fact and logic and rational thought that they can come up with. They're excited by concepts and challenges, love the puzzles, Sudoku, that kind of thing. Some challenges, they are convinced that they're always right. Well, of course, because they have logic and facts backing them, right? They are unaccepting of non-rational ideas, stuck in their comfort zone, unknowingly oblivious to other people's feelings. So again, really hard when you've got an earth and a water working together, because the earth is just going to not care what that water is feeling. Sometimes isolated from others in society. Anybody watch Big Bang Theory? Yeah, Sheldon. Strong earth. They're challenged by communicating thoughts and beliefs, because it's not about their feelings. They're thinking about the logic. Sun, wind, solar energy. I'll tell you right now, this is me, hands down. I'm 80% sun. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. So basic personality traits, action-oriented, fearless, fiercely independent. My mother says that at 6 months old, I was like, I'm done with your help, okay? Spontaneous, outgoing, we need recognition. We're fast-paced, that's why I'm walking around a lot. We're risk takers. Some of our strengths, we're focused on people and relationships. We're fun and energetic. Slow to make judgments, very observant of others, adventuresome, active learners, and good at entertaining themselves or others. My sister, Mary, and I can tell you right now, she has kind of mastered the kind of fine line between all four of these. But when we were young, she was not good at entertaining herself, okay? So she would say, if Mary wakes up, the whole house wakes up. When Caroline wakes up, she'll play in her crib for hours on end with her stuffed animals, entertaining herself, right? Some challenges, we're unable to say no because we're kind of people pleasers. We get bored with routine, bogged down with details, stubborn, and hold on to grudges, so just be aware of that. Focus primarily on recognition. Tell me I'm doing a good job. Okay, focused on immediate gratification. My sister Mary, also online shopper. I'm a strong son. I don't want to shop online. I have to wait for it to come in the mail. I want it now. Also really bad about going in the line. You're waiting in the line at Target. Oh yeah, I'll grab everything that's right there. Oh, look, stuff, and I can't have it right now. So be careful if you're a strong son about shopping. Sarcastic or aggressive under tension and concerned with their status appearance to others. Fire. Basic personality traits of a fire. They honor laws and traditions. They're loyal, dependable, reliable, serious, motivated, organized, straightforward, detail-oriented, and they tend to be overachievers. Some strengths are that they are take charge people with a clear vision. They're very confident. They need quick results to feel accomplished. They're fact-oriented people and comfortable with accountability. Another little story for you. My nephew, who I adore, he's a strong earth. He's a Sheldon through and through. And then there's my niece Hannah, who is a strong fire. So when she was about 2, Noah was about 6, my sister was working in the kitchen. She kept going into the living room, and they were playing with a basket of hers. And she was saying, you know, don't touch that, you're going to break it. And she'd go back and work in the kitchen. She came out at one point, sure enough, it was broken. She was like, Noah, I told you not to play with that. Hannah looks up, I do it. She was like, it was me. She has no problem with accountability, right? So some challenges are that they can be a little bit demanding. They can be critical because they're comfortable taking accountability for their own actions. Why shouldn't they hold you accountable? They're often taken for granted because they're overachievers, so they get taken advantage of in that way. They're sometimes quiet when something upsets them. They get bogged down by stress, and sometimes harsh when not meeting their standards.